traveling shoes on. You guys are off level. 2017 is underway. Morning, Trainiacs. Well, actually, afternoon, Trainiacs. I think it is now just about 1 o'clock. Didn't touch base with you this morning because my buddy Dave, who I've been staying with here in New York, finally got home. He's been away all week and I've been bunking in his place and farting in his bed by myself. And I wanted to spend whatever time he had before he had to go to the office together, because Dave is a professional world taker over. He left Winnipeg and went and became an investment banker in Toronto, and then he went and got his MBA at Yale. Now he's in Manhattan doing consulting, and he's shipped off every week to help restructure one of the largest energy, oil, natural gas companies back in Canada. Cool dude. As far as the taper process goes, remember earlier this week when on my travel day, I had nothing because I flushed out a lot of the accumulated fatigue. Today is another day like that. I'm gonna be home tonight back in Winnipeg just past midnight. All I've got a little bit later on that I'll tell you about and I'm gonna show you is some mobility exercises that help open up all the hips and glutes and lower back, and it's really helpful for like people who work in offices, or in my case I'm basically just sitting in sessions all week. It's kind of like the mobility exercises that I do once a week, but a little bit more focused on just kind of general mobility and avoiding stiffness. Fun fact, just down there is Times Square. Oh, and today was the first day of ITU Abu Dhabi, and that's basically the official start of triathlon season. 2017 is underway. So I'll go over what happened in the women's race. Apparently it was an awesome finish. Okay, I gotta go back in there. My hands are cold too. Gang, it's currently just before 4 o'clock on Friday. Conference is over. I've got, I think, about an hour and a half before I gotta gear up and get out of here, catch the flight, because I want to get home tonight to my lady, and I've also got a 12-mile run scheduled tomorrow. So what I'm gonna run through here is, we'll go over here. A little bit of a routine. You guys are off level. There's nothing set in stone about this. When you sit down a lot, like I have throughout the conference, throughout this entire week, you ignore the sides of your body, you sit down, and all that pressure just goes onto your lower back, your hips tighten up all around here. So what I'm gonna do in this time that I have is a routine that it will basically reawaken a lot of the glute med muscles on the side here, and it'll loosen up all the hips, my lower back. Why we do that is because when you run, everyone thinks of it as just a forward motion. Why a lot of running injuries start is because you get tired and your body isn't strong enough to stop you from going side to side. So if you run and you move off to the side, even just like 1/1000th of an inch, take 1,000 or 10,000 steps over a course of a run, and all of a sudden you're gonna be putting a lot of pressure going in ways that it's not supposed to. Also, I'm gonna try to wake up the last few vertebrae in my back, because sitting down, they basically just atrophy. We're gonna go through that. Okay, that's just enough of this. I'm fumbling through this. I'm just gonna start. You'll see. right, that's that. Got my traveling headphones on, got my traveling shoes on. Oh, I gotta put my traveling compression socks on. That's a week in New York. And I promised you that I would talk about the Abu Dhabi women's finish. I found a video of it, and it's actually from my buddy, the Tri Guy, and I'll show you. Pretty crazy. See? So what happened, from what I've heard, is that Jodie Stimpson from Great Britain murdered the bike, was in the lead right up until about 200, 300 meters from the finish line, and then Andrea Hewitt from New Zealand came in and passed her in the last like 30 meters. What's really impressive about that is Andrea Hewitt's been around for a long time, and I'm not going to go ahead and call her old. I'm going to say that she's older, and usually when you get a little on in age, the first thing that you lose is your twitchy fast speed, and that's why you see a lot of young people in ITU and then they graduate up to long distance racing because your endurance actually gets better as you age, but your speed comes off. Amazingly, she still got it. What you could do to help with that sort of stuff is to negative split your runs. So if you're going for, let's say, just a 10K run, for easy math, make the last 5K faster than the first 5K. And then you can even make the last K the hardest of all of them. And what this will do is it'll teach your legs to move quickly and move their fastest when they're tired, as opposed to pittering out. It's a good practice to learn, helps you finish fast, helps you finish strong instead of limping across the finish line and just getting a burst of speed to show off for the crowd in the last 50 meters. So that's it. I'm gonna go put on my compression socks and hop on the plane, and we're gonna put together this video for today. See you in Winnipeg. Well, I'm back. New York Fitness Camp is over. Look who it is waiting right here for me. It's the Moops. Hey, Pete. And Grace. Hi.